lovers of freedom, lovers of justice, good people. You are highly welcome to our channel once again. This is Nelly's TV, where we give you news and news analysis and help to enlighten our people to begin to rely on their brains, to begin to use their senses properly and avoid the brainwashing that has become the bane of our people back home in the contraption called Nigeria. So we present cases here honestly, in the most honest form, sincere form, showing us facts, and anything we don't know anything about, we don't talk about it. So we don't do saga here. We don't push, we don't run propaganda here. We say things the way they are, and we also are open to criticisms. If you have anything and you have genuine, cogent proof, cogent reason behind your claim, please bring it up. We're open to that. We don't shut people up. We don't tell people not to talk. Okay? So we are very open. So today is another day when we are going to be discussing things concerning us as Biafrans, as freedom fighters, as people who are looking for their freedom. And it is very important that you pay very ardent attention to what we are going to be talking about here. You are highly welcome once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. I crave your indulgence to please approach this broadcast with open mind, very open mind. Neutralize your mind, don't be biased. Just open your mind and be open. Don't be biased. Listen to us first of all and know where we are coming from and where we are going to land. Whatever we are going to say here, we will show you proof. All right? And don't be like those people who have just made up their mind on whatever they think they want to stand on and will never accept correction or change, even when they see obvious facts that negate what they believe in. So we have a topic out there, as you can see. The topic says, any proof that Mazi Nkere is a criminal? Is there any proof to that? I am not going to say yes or no, but I am going to show you what the detractors are using and what is available to us for consumption, which you yourself can also find out by yourself. And at the end of the day, you draw your own conclusion on whether Mazi Nkere, the APM of Biafran Republic government is in exile, is a criminal, as attested to by many of these people who come out, to lay the claims, to lay the allegations. So like I said, I am not going to tell you yes or no, but I will show you things, those things they are using to accuse him of that. I will show you the contents. All right? Because one problem is that these people will never show you content. They only show you the superficial layer and then want you to believe that the content of the whatever they are showing you is what they are saying. I don't operate like that. In this channel, we don't operate like that. We go deeper. We find out things for ourselves and try to convince ourselves that what we are talking about is actually what it is. Even if it is against our belief, we change and accept the obvious, because superior arguments should be taken. Okay, if you want to be a good argumentator, you have to be open to accept superior arguments. You don't just continue to stand on your ground even when you see that the ground you are standing doesn't hold water. At some point, you have to yield. Okay? It is the acceptance of superior argument that makes somebody an intelligent person, not standing on your ground where you know that what you are claiming doesn't really make sense. You don't do that. You don't do that. So thank you very much once again, and we are going to kick off. First of all, I want to tell you that I decided to take up the I decided to take up this topic because my lovely sister from another mother attended a function. So you have been hearing the voice, her voice all this while, but I decided to take up this one because it is very, very imperative that we discuss this topic. Very imperative, because in information dissemination, if you waste much time, people could be misinformed or disinformed or misled by the wrong information out there. So we decided to come up like this. However, if you have been following us, you must have been hearing my voice where I make some videos and post to the channel. So it's the same person, okay? Right. So it's just that my lovely sister was taking the live streaming while I was doing the normal video. But it is very imperative that I address this issue myself. Thank you very much once again. And we are going to be looking at this topic very, with open mind. I am going to show us some of the things that these people are using to lay this allegation, level this allegation against Mazi Nkere. First of all is the one I will show you here. Recall that before now, there have been, they have been raising this issue. In fact, this allegation started from the people in Ngozi's camp, all right, when they came up with something like this, as you can see on your screen. This person wrote and said he committed so many crimes in the United States. He has also committed crime in Biafra by using fake name Nkere to work for Brigi as finance minister. Meanwhile, his real name is Isaiah Anyogo. Nkere, aka Isaiah Anyogo, remains sacked and dismissed. No second chance for him. You know, when people come out like this to blab rubbish, when people come out like this to blab, it makes me begin to wonder how their senses function. Now, where is the proof? That is the question I also posed on the topic. It is not only here that I have posed this question to people. I have tried to pose questions to people, all over the social media. When they come up with this allegation, I ask them, please show me proof, show me proof. Dear friend, people, don't worry. Today we will see many things. All right. You know, those things that people don't like really talking about, we like going there. We like going there. So don't be in a haste to leave the program. Just calm down. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do well to do so. Hit the like button and also share the live stream with your loved ones so they can also be part of it. So what are we talking about here? The person says, this person says here that Mazi Nkere used a false name to work for Brigi. He used a false name to work for Brigi. Now, they raise this issue as if this is the very first time somebody is using a different name at some point in time and a different name at some point in time. I am going to educate us. There are many things that can lead to somebody changing name. There are many things that can lead to somebody changing his or her name in life. Number one, you could be adopted by somebody, and at the point you didn't even know your parents, or you knew your parents, but the fact that you were adopted by somebody will make the person to have the legal right to name you after his surname. And your name will not be your surname will not be the name, your family name, or the name of your parent or your father. Are you following? Now, I don't know Mazi Nkere as a person. I don't know him. I don't know his background. I don't know where he comes from. I don't even know anything about him apart from the fact that he is the acting prime minister of Brigi. But I'm going to tell you what I know, which is true, and which you can also verify by yourself. People can be adopted and they answer a different name. And at some point, perhaps when they want to go back to their root, they choose to change their names back to their family name. Okay? And that is not a problem. That is not a problem at all. Now, do you know, for instance, that the popular footballer, Nigeria, a Super Eagle footballer called Celestine Babayaro, is not an Hausa guy? That guy is not an Hausa guy. He is not from the north. Celestine Babayaro is from Imo State. And that Babayaro is not his father's name. Babayaro is one Alhaji whom they attended his academy there in the north because he was born and bred in Kaduna State of Nigeria. So Celestine Babayaro is not from the north. But what is his name? His name is Celestine Babayaro. But what is his original family name? His original family name is Iwoha. So Celestine Babayaro is actually Celestine Iwoha originally. But what made him to answer Celestine Babayaro? It is because, as we know, in the contraption called Nigeria, if you don't have affiliation with the North, nothing works easily for you. Before so that was why Celestine Babayaro and his brother Emmanuel Babayaro took the surname Babayaro before they were able to be allowed to join the then under 17 national football club, the national football team. It was called Golden Eaglet. All right. And so they went, their first outing was Japan 93, where they and Kanu Nwankwo featured and carried the cup, the World Cup. They played final with Ghana. So that was that was when Celestine Babayaro came to limelight until he went professional, and then later, you know, the history, he joined the Super Eagles and became very popular. That was what happened. So it could also happen like that. I don't know the history behind Mazi Nkere, but I am trying to open your eyes so that it is not just when somebody comes up and tells you, hey, he's answering a different name, the other one is a different name, and this one is a different name, then you jump up and say, hey, this is criminal, this is it is not. You have to go further than that to make more inquiries, get deeper, and get yourself convinced of what you are hearing. People of Biafra, we all know how we go to different parts of the world. It is no longer news to us. Ụwa niile ị na-ahụ etu a, ebe ọbụla ị na-ahụ onye Biafra si ebe ahụ gbafuo. Ndị be anyị bi ebe dị iche iche. Ana anyị ma ihe mere o ji wee dị etu ahụ. Ọ maka na ife ama nkwụlụ. Na ife ama nkwụlụ na Nigeria, ebe a kpọrọ obodo anyị, ife ama nkwụlụ ebe ahụ. Mere onye ọbụla ji wee na-agbasasị ebe niile. Ebe ndị be anyị bigasị anụrụ m aha dị iche iche ma agbapụ aka sị bịa, so obodo dị etu a na-eme exist n'ụwa. Enweghasị ebe a na-akpọ Papua Guinea, enwe Costa Rica, enwe Solomon's Island, enwe Reunion, enwe Dominican Republic, ebe different places. Ndị be anyị nọgasị ebe ahụ. In fact, recently, mgbe ndị Israel na ndị Iran na-alụ ọgụ, enwe ndị bi na Iran. Can you imagine? Iran, ndị be anyị bi ebe ahụ, nọrọ ebe ahụ na-eme vidio na ha gara Nigeria Embassy, onwe onye na-ebe ahụ. ka at least ka ha gwa ha ihe ha ga-eme ka ha nwee ike gbafuo at least zoro ndụ ha, and nobody was there. Ndị be anyị bi ebe ahụ, ka ihe mere o ji wee dị otu a? Ọ bụrụ na ife ma akwụrụ na be anyị, ka ihe ga-eme ndị mmadụ ji wee na-agbasasị. Can I ask you a question for those of you who are talking? Have you ever seen somebody from Botswana? Na ndị bi n'obodo ndị ọzọ, ndị be anyị bi n'ofesi, ị hụtụla onye si gị na ọ bụ onye Botswana ebe ahụ? It is very rare. Mụnwa agaala m obodo dị iche iche, mana onwetụbe ebe m gara hụ onye si na ọ bụ onye Botswana. Why is it like that? It is like that because Botswana is a functional country. Botswana takes care of our citizens. Onye mere na ha anaghị emekarị travel, ha nọ na be ha. Ụlọ akwụkwọ ha wugem, their economy wugem. In short, ị na-aga akwụkwọ, gọọmenti na-akwụ gị ụgwọ. So ka ihe na-aga obodo oyibo ime. Mana ndị be anyị juru ebe niile, and anyị ma ihe mere ni. Onye ọbụla na-achọ otu ọ ga-esi wee na survive. Mere na taa ị gaa na be anyị, ọ dị very hard. There is hardly any family you go that you will not find at least one person nọ n'obodo oyibo. And now let me ask us, ka anyị si aga obodo oyibo ahụ? Ọtụtụ ndị dịka anyị si wee mara, ọtụtụ ndị na-esi Mediterranean Sea agafere, ọtụtụ ndị na-esi ebe dịgasị aṅaa ma na desert agafere, ọtụtụ ndị na-eji ma akwụkwọ ikike ndị obodo ọzọ, maka ha hụ ha na akwụkwọ ikike gị wa akwụkwọ ndị Naijiria, ha ajụ inye gị visa. Anyị ma ọtụtụ ndị ji akwụkwọ ndị Gabon, onwe ndị ji akwụkwọ ndị Ghana, onwe ndị ji akwụkwọ ndị Togo, onwe ndị ji akwụkwọ ndị obodo dịgasị iche iche, onwe ndị ji akwụkwọ ndị Cameroon sef. They can accept that, nye ha visa, ha agafere. Mana ahụ ha na-akwọ gị wa akwụkwọ ikike ndị Naijiria, ị ga-ahụ ihe ha ga-eme gị n'airport ma na border. Ihe ahụ ihe anyị na-ahụ. So ọ bụghị ihe ọhụrụ, ọ bụghị ihe ọhụrụ. So ihe a sogasị na etu ndị mmadụ si agbanwe aha ha. Onwe ofu obodo m gara, onye ebe ahụ, onye ngara na be ya, onye ebe anyị, ọ nọ ebe ahụ, o ji ezigbo akwụkwọ ikike wee na-arụ ọrụ, mana eruru ebe ruru, ọchọ ịkpọfete nwanne ya nwoke. So mma ha na-arịa ọrịa na Naijiria. So ha esi otu ahụ si na ọ chọrọ ịbịa ụlọ ọgwụ, akpọrọ the woman bịa. Ọ gakwara ụlọ ọgwụ rilio, mana the main thing eji wee kpọrọ nwaanyị ahụ bịa wụ ka nwanne ya nwoke nwee ike nọrọzie n'obodo ahụ. Ịhụla ya? So mgbe mma ha rechara ọrịa, etritichara ya laghachi Naijiria, nwanne ya nwoke ahụ kpọ mma ya bịa ekwesịrị nọsi ike n'obodo ahụ. So ka ezi ihe mere leta, mgbe oge na-aga, na-ahụ na oge ya na ha aga chọọ ndị nọ n'obodo ahụ, ndị nwe akwụkwọ ikike, ndị wuzi citizen n'obodo ahụ, mana ha bụ ndị Afrịka, nata ha ihe a akwụkwọ ikike ha, ID card ha, werezie nye this guy. The guy ewere na-arụ ọrụ n'obodo ahụ. Ọ ka na ebe ahụ ruo taa mụ na gị na-ekwu ihe a. Aha ọ na-aza awụghị aha ya. Ọ na-eme anyị nọrọ n'ụlọ ha, ndị ọrụ ha bịa n'ụlọ, anyị na-akpọ ụbọ, anyị na-akpọzi ya aha ọ na-aza n'ebe ahụ, ebe na aha ahụ dị n'akwụkwọ ikike oji. Ọ ihe anyị na-akpọ ya, anyị anaghị akpọ ya ezigbo aha ya. Ihe ahụ ihe ndị mmadụ na-emegasị, and ọwụ ihe ọhụrụ. So ihe a so n'otu ụzọ ndị be anyị na-eji aza aha ọzọ n'otu mgbe, then zaa aha ọzọ na mgbe ọzọ. Let me remind us, maka na ọtụtụ anyị na-echefu ihe ọsịsọ. Anyị na-echefukarị ihe ọsịsọ. So anyị na-ebe anyị na-echetara anyị ka anyị nwee ike were isi anyị na-eme ihe, na-echeta ihe, echefuzila ihe ọsịsọ. Ma mmadụ ole chetara mgbe PM na-eme identity card, Brigi identity card, that is Biafra identity card. Anyị ka na-echeta ya. Onwe ofu ajụjụ ndị be anyị jụgidere oju ọtụtụ ụbọchị. Mgbe ọbụla PM bịara online bịa ikwu ihe gbasara ID card ahụ, onwe ofu ajụjụ wụrụ ezigbote ajụjụ siri ike ha nara ajụ PM. Ajụjụ ahụ wụ na ha si PM biko nna anyị ukwu, na ịma na ụfọdụ anyị nwe ka anyị si wee bata obodo oyibo, na akwụkwọ ikike anyị ji n'obodo oyibo na ọ dị iche n'ihe aha anyị na-aza. so anyị nwa ji akwụkwọ ikike na-awụgha ezigbo aha anyị ka etu anyị ga-esi wee mee n'ihe gbasara ID card a. PM ya nwa n'onwe ya ghọtara ihe na-eme na he is a man of understanding, and his answer was always ihe ọ na-aza ha wụ were nnọọ akwụkwọ ahụ iji na-arụ ọrụ n'obodo ahụ, akwụkwọ ikike ahụ iji wee na-arụ ọrụ n'obodo ahụ, zaa aha dị n'akwụkwọ ahụ na ID card, Biafra ID card ahụ. Mgbe anyị laziri Biafra, anyị hazie nke ahụ na agọtara m ihe unu na-ekwu. PM knows. So PM gọtara ọfụma na onwe ihe na-emeni ndị be anyị ji agbanwegasị aha n'otu mgbe ma mgbe ọzọ, nọọ maka na ife ama nkwụrụ ejighị anya ọma eme ya. Mana ndị be anyị dị izuzu, ha dị beribe, ha hụ ha na ofu ihe dị otu a megasịrị na ndụ onye ọzọ, ha pụtazie zara St. Obi, ha awụrụzie St. Obi na-atụ onye ọzọ aka na onye ahụ kriminal maka na ọ zara aha na-awụ ezigbo aha ya. Arọ na-agbado unu na-apụ ara. Anyị nwa ga-eji aka anyị wee na-emebe ụmụnne anyị na mba ofesi, so that ka ndị obodo ahụ wezie were ha gaa tupu ebe ha ga-atụpụ ha. Unu dị beribe. What's just the problem with people? Ihe ọbụla ọ ga-awụrịrị saga, a ga-ejiriri saga baa n'ihe ọbụla. Ozugbo ị hụrụ na o nwe ka onye ọzọ si wee na-aga n'ihu, gị chọzi ihe ị ga-eji wee tụchinere ya ụkwụ ka ọ daa. N'anya ka m gwa gị, ahụla m ofu onye, onwe onye mma, onye hụrụ vidio ya, onye a onye Jamaica, o bi na US. Ya eme vidio si that na ọ hụrụ na ndị Afrịka wụ ndị kachasị dị iberibe, dị nzuzu n'ụwa niile gba gburugburu, nọ ndị Afrịka. Na ihe ọ na-ekwu na ọwụwụ na ọ chọrọ ịkọ ha ọnụ, mana ọ eziokwu. Ya sị ka gịnị mere o ji wee kwu ihe a? Ya sị na Amerịka ebe a ha nọ, na ha maka ha si eme, na ha maka ha si enyere ụmụnne ha aka. Ị na-anụ ya? Na ndị sigasị n'obodo ọzọ dị iche iche, China o, Arab nations o, si ya na ọ na-eme ha akpataghị ebe a, ụmụnne ha n'ebe ahụ kpọrọ ha dowe ebe ha ga-edowe ha, chọọ ụzọ, chọọ akwụkwọ ikike ha ga-enye ha ka ha were na-arụgodo ọrụ. Aha ha na-aza awụghị ezigbo aha ha, ọ akwụkwọ ikike ha natara ka ha na-aza aha ya. Ha gaa n'ebe ahụ rụgide ọrụ, gagide sigide azụ ụlọ rụgide ọrụ, ha rụgidezie o, after some years, mgbe okwu gbasiri ihe ike n'ala, ha pụtazie na mbara zazie ezigbo aha ha. Ọ ya mere na ọtụtụ obodo oyibo eru mgbe ịdị qualified inweta ihe a citizenship ha, eru mgbe ị gara ebe ahụ ịsign that certificate of naturalization, ajụọ gị ka ezigbo aha gị, maka na nke ị ga-agwa anyị taa ọ ya ka a ga-edenyere gị n'akwụkwọ, and ị gaghị agbanwezi ya agbanwe. Ha ma na o nwe ka o si wee dịrị ndị Afrịka. Unu adị iberibe, unu adị nzuzu. So onye Jamaica sị that nọọ naanị ndị Afrịka wụ ndị ọ na-ahụ, ha hụ na ibe ha ka batara abata, were akwụkwọ ikike ọzọ wee na-arụ ọrụ, ha ga-agbapụ ya ike n'ebe ndị polisi na immigration. Nọ ihe ndị Afrịka na-eme onwe ha, and ihe ahụ self destruction. And ekwenyere m ihe ahụ o kwuru. Ya enye instance, ofu nwoke bi na US, o nwe ka o si bata megide tutu ruo mgbe okwu ruru ya ala, ya enweta citizenship, gaa sign ya akwụkwọ nationalization, nweta paspọtụ ha, wuruzie baba, sizie etu ahụ laghachi na village, gaa kpọrọ ofu nwa agbọghọ na ọ na-alụ, lụrụ bịa duyi nwa agbọghọ ahụ ya agụọ nọọsịn na US. Ka nwa agbọghọ a gụchara nọọsịn ya, ụkwụ eruo ya ala, ya ofu ụbọchị ya na di ya kọrọ ọnụ, ọ ya nwa ji ụkwụ ya gaa na ebe ndị polisi na immigration, gwa ha ihe di ya mere 20 years ago, o ruo afọ gara aga, 12 gara aga, na ha lekwa ihe di ya mere na obi tiri immigration somehow. Etu a ka ndị US police si wee kpọrọ nwoke mmadụ kpọlaa Nigeria. A na-ajụ nke ịkpọlaziri nwoke Nigeria ka ihe mere achieve. Ọkwa ịma na otu ihe ahụ mere o ji wee kpọfete gị, otu ihe ahụ mere iji gaa gbaa ya report, nọọ ihe o ji wee kpọfete gị obodo oyibo. And ma o mee ihe oge ahụ, ọ garaghị enwe ikike ịkpọfete gị. But now you have just spoiled show for the young man, gbapuo ya ike. etu a ka esikwala nwoke mmadụ kpọghachi ya Naijiria. Ya sị na ihe awụ nzuzu ndị Afrịka na-eme, andị eziokwu. Amamihe ji wee na-ekwu ihe a n'asụsụ Igbo, ị na-anụ ya? Maka ndị be anyị nzuzu ha erika. Ndị be anyị dị iberibe, ha amaghị etu esi echekwa nwanne ha. Agala m obodo dị iche iche hụ ebe ndị ọrụ abụọ na-eme biznes, ihu nnukwute biznes ha na-eme, ha kpọrọ ndị ibe ha gba onwe ha gburugburu. Ndị ahụ n'ebe ahụ onwe onye ji akwụkwọ ya, ha na-aza aha ndị ọzọ. Mmadụ ole kpọpụgoro ha, mmadụ ole bịagoro na social media na-afịrị ọnụ among them. You won't hear it. And ebe ọ ka na-ewute nwụ na ọtụtụ ndị a na-afịrị ọnụ ihe a, ha nọkwa na aduro, ha enweghị akwụkwọ ikike. Ha nọ n'ụlọ aduro, ọ gọọmenti na-enye ha nri, ọ gọọmenti na-azụrụ ha data bọndụ. Ha tinye ofu data bọndụ na fonu ha, ha agbasi ike bịa na Twitter, bịa na Facebook, bịa n'ebe niile ha hụrụ, YouTube na ha niile, bịa na-akpọ Maazị Oge Nkere criminal maka na ọ zara aha ọzọ. Ha nwa n'onwe ha, akwụkwọ ha ji nọrọ na aduro ahụ wụ akwụkwọ onye ọzọ. Akwụkwọ onye ọzọ ka ha ji wee nọrọ na aduro. Akụkọ ha kọrọ gọọmenti obodo ahụ wụga ọasị. Naanị ndị dịtụ ihe a ụzọ ha dịtụ were wu ndị gara ịgụ akwụkwọ, mana nke ahụ ọ dịghị mfe, maka na agala m obodo oyibo gụọ akwụkwọ. Ka m na-agụcha akwụkwọ ka ha na-edere m email si m n'oge m ezuola m pụọ, mana ọ bụrụ na m chọrọ ịnọgide ngosi ha application ihe mere apply, otherwise ngosi ha flight ticket n'oge m ezuola. So ọ naghị adị mfe. And onye ọbụla ma ihe a na-ekwu, ọ bụrụ na ị ga-ekwuru onwe gị eziokwu, gị mechie ọnụ ebe ahụ, hapụ ịtụ onye ọzọ aka. Anụrụ m ebe van na-ekwukwe otu rọbish ahụ. Aga m egosi anyị ihe a. I will come back to this one. Aga m egosi anyị ihe van kwuru recently. Now gị na-ajụ onwe gị, what exactly are these people up to? Ke nnọọ ihe ha chọrọ. Na ndị a na-esi Italy abata obodo oyibo, anyị ma ka ha si eme, anyị ma amụdị ije ha na-aga ebe ahụ, ụzọ ha adịghị were. We know all these things, mana anyị na-emechi ọnụ maka na ihe ahụ self destruction. Mgbe ị na-agbapụ nwanne gị ike, ọ self destruction. Iji aka gị egbu onwe gị, unu ji aka unu egbu onwe unu. Now gee ihe van kwuru ebe a. So onwe onye kpọrọ ya na fon na-ekwu ihe ọ na-ekwu. Ama mma voice onye ahụ na-anụkwa ya ọfụma, mana gee ntị. We would have known that the name of Nkere was not actually Nkere, that his real name was Azaya. Ịhụla ọhịa ka ha na-ekwu ihe a. Vidio a o mere ya, van mere ya just taa mụ na gị nọ n'ime ya ka o mere vidio a na-ekwukwu otu okwu a. Ọ ya mere m ji sị that I want to address this issue and address it once and for all and bury it, because na na-ekwu ihe ọ dịzie ka gasị nọ ihe ọhụrụ. We all know what is happening. Listen. Then that background check would have gone on him for us to know his past and what is capable of.
Now let me shock you.
Now listen to what Van Vam is going to say. To Van Vam, if we go back and dig deep into his movement, gị chọpụta na ọ dịghị cleaner than anybody. Ọ dịghị cleaner than anybody. Maka ha na-ekwu ihe a, ọ ndị nọ na ihe a, ndị nọ n'ụlọ, ndị nọ na Nigeria, ndị na-agọta ihe na-eme. Maka ya ahụla ihe n'obodo oyibo. Anya amakọrọ n'otu akụkọ ka anyị ga-egodo ihe ọ na-ekwu.
Do you know, I asked that question. Do not think that I did not ask that question. I asked that question. Why is his name Isaiah? No, why? Then the people in America told me that in America people can choose to answer different names and all that, you know. But me, I already know that he told me he had some past that were not good. But his present is what I'm interested in, not in his past. You understand? Because I'm interested in his present if his past has changed. But whereas his past is still part of his present, it becomes a problem.
Okay, I will not continue playing that because he is actually not even making any good point there. So we will continue. Ihụla ihe Van na-ekwu ebe a, na ọ jụrụ ajụjụ a, ha sị ya na ndị US na ha na-aza aha dị iche iche. Is it only in US? What of that Italy bi na ya? Ọ na ịhụtụbeghị ndị na-aza aha dị iche iche? Ọ bụrụ na ị dị lucky somebody nyere gị aka gị ụkwụ esie gị ike n'ala ọsịsọ, is that the reason you should be pointing accusing finger at your brother? Unu ọ dị nzuzu? Are you stupid? Biafrans, are we stupid? Onwe ihe na-eme anyị n'isi, can't you keep quiet? Are you the first person? Anyị ahụla ọtụtụ ndị bi na ụlọ adụrụ. Look, ahụla m ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ. Ebe m gụrụ akwụkwọ, aga m aba na asọm na-akpọ aha. Ebe m gụrụ akwụkwọ, onwe ndị Naijiria kwa anyị na ha bikọta ebe ahụ. Ofu onye n'ime ha onye Delta steeti. O bigide ebe ahụ, o bụ m ụzọ gaa. So o bigide ebe ahụ eruo mgbe akwụkwọ ya na-emezi expire, ha bido dewere ya leta. Ọsọ ka enyi m a ji wee gbapụ n'ụlọ ya, gbafete na nke m, rịọ m biko ka m nchedo ya, ma hapụ ya ebiri na nke m. Mụ na ya bize ebe ahụ, mana o teghị aka mụnwa na-emekwa kwarakwụkwara because mụnwa achọrọ m ịlaghachi Naijiria maka ihe nji wee gaa wụ scholarship. Nsị ka m laghachikwa gaa gosi ndị nyere m scholarship na agụchala m ka ọ ghara ịdị ha ka ma gbara ọsọ. So nsị ya na m na-ala, ya nwa sị m aka ihe mere iji ala, nna na ya nwa na ya ekwuchirila na onwekwa ebe o si obodo a wee na-ala. Nsị ya mba nna na ọ dị iche iche, o biko mmadụ dị iche iche ka m laa. Ya megidere ihe a, ha niile ndị enyi m niile ha rịọ sị nna alala ka anyị kwechiri ebe a, na ha nwee kwechirila ma alawa, ha nwee kwechiri. I'm telling you, this Delta guy ekwechiri ebe ahụ, o kwe ha ala. Mgbe anyị lara, ya ebido zogharịwakwa. O ji akwụkwọ ikike onye ọzọ rụọ ọrụ for more than a year tupu onwe ike hụzie, mgbe ọ dị lucky hụzie wangel onye Yoruba nwee akwụkwọ ikike wu citizen ebe ahụ, ya lụọ ya. Etu a ka o si wee sizie n'azụ ụlọ pụta na mbra dizie bold, ha amụọla nwa. So ya egwu isi ike n'obodo ahụ. O nwekwa enyi m onye ọzọ, nke a onye Yoruba, ya nwa gụchara laa Naijiria, si na Naijiria mee apply for ihe a visit visa, enye ya visit visa, ya laghachi. Nke ọ laghachiziri, ịma with visit visa ị gaghị arụ ọrụ, ya chọọ ofu onye nata ya akwụkwọ ikike ya were na-arụ ọrụ. Mana emechara onye ahụ ebido mewe ya molest, nyewe ya nsogbu dị iche iche, napụ ya akwụkwọ ikike ahụ. Nsogbu adịrị, ya chọgide chọtakwa onye ọzọ, natakwa ya akwụkwọ ikike ya were rụgide ọrụ. So mana emechara ya dị lucky, tụnye ofu nwa agbọghọ onye ọcha ime ebe ahụ, ya mụọrọ ya nwa. Etu a ka o si ụkwụ ruo ya ala. Mana onye a na-agwa gị ihe a, ọ lụkwa nwunye na Naijiria, mụrụ ya ofu nwa. So ugbu a aha ya awụzighị aha ahụ, ọ zaala aha atọ. Ugbu a ọ zaala aha atọ. Now ka ihe mere m ji ekwu ihe a, hụ na ndị a na-apụta ebe a na-apụta na mbara na soshal midia na-ekwu rọbish niile, ha na-eme nnọọ ka gasị na ha wụsị Obi, ka gasị na o nwetụbeghị ihe mere na ndụ ha ji wee mee ihe dị aṅaa. What is the problem with you people? We know how these things work. But I'm not saying that is the case of Mazi Nkere, but I'm just telling you reasons people can change their name. All the very normal. Very, very normal. And it's not something you come and begin to shout and na onye ahụ wee criminal just maka na ọ zara ha dị otu a, zaa ha dị otu a. Arọ na-agba gị. Ọ pụtara na unu amaghị ihe. Ọ pụtara na unu amaghị ka unu mechite ọnụ. Ọ bụrụ na gị na mmadụ sere okwu, focus on ihe ahụ, esemokwu ahụ gị na ya sịrị, and show evidence, and not to come and begin to pinpoint on something that doesn't make sense. Ọ bụrụ na oge Nkere wee criminal, ka ihe mere na ọ dị free na-eme business n'obodo ahụ, ka ihe mere na ọ dị free eme ndị mmadụ employ na-akwụ ha ụgwọ, ka ihe mere na ọ dị free eme operate bank account, ka ihe mere na ọ dị free aga na gọọmenti house dị iche iche, ha emebeghị arrest ruo taa. Arọ na-agba gị, onwe ihe na-eme anyị. So ya wụrụ nke whether to double name or no double name. Now I want to delve this other one because na otu ndị mmadụ ha achọghị ikwute okwu nke ahụ. I will get into it. So ka o doo ewu na ọkụkọ anya n'ihe a ha na-awagharị ebe niile na ha enwekwa kesi criminal cases maka ọ Adadịọra mma bụ ụzọ na-ekwu ihe gbasara criminal cases a ka anyị ama na ndị nọ n'ime ụlọ na-enye Adadịọra mma information. Adadịọra mma sị anyị na-enwe 72 pages of criminal cases nka na nka niile ebe niile wo. Now, people, I'm going to tell us some things. So let me now begin to address us. For those of us who don't understand Igbo dialect, Igbo language, please, I am very sorry. There was a reason I had to use Igbo language. Please. So from now on, I am going to go back to English so that everybody will follow along. Please just forgive me. There was a very serious reason I had to do that. So thank you very much. Now, we come to the issue of the case of criminal cases, criminal accusation, and all the rest, which people don't want to talk about. I am going to talk about it today. So that at the end of the day, you know all these things. They tell you that, hey, Mazi, Nkere, criminal charges. Look at the case numbers here. You can see them, right? I hope you can see them. We are going to delve into, because one thing with our people is that we just look at things and we gloss over it. We don't care to go deeper. We go deeper here. So that even if it hurts us, we change. Even if it hurts us, we repent. Because it is better to repent than to continue to hide your evil. Are you following? Repent instead of hiding your evil. So if this thing will cause us to repent or tell somebody to repent, so be it. But you will be shocked. You will be shocked at what you will see here. Okay, so we are going to take some case numbers at random because I was discussing with somebody and I say, I have always told ask these people, show me evidence. If you ask them to show you evidence, they will show you case numbers. Show me evidence and you show me case numbers. We know how these things work. Abroad, if you dare go to court anytime, if you dare go to court, your case will be given a case number and they will post it on their website and your name will be there. It doesn't matter whether you are the litigator or the defendant, that is the plaintiff or the defendant. It doesn't matter. Your name will be there. Okay? Your name will surely be there. But the problem there is that there are some information about you that they're not going to post on the website because it stands against the privacy policy and data protection law. So they can't post certain things. And so I asked some people, can you show me evidence of these criminal charges you level against Mazi Nkere? And they will show me case number. What am I doing with case number? There are no good information there. But we will still see something. But what I wanted to see was that thing Adadịọra was saying, that there is a 72-page booklet, 72-page booklet of criminal charges. Let me see that booklet. Is it the court ruling? Is it the court verdict? Can I see the verdict where it was pronounced that Mazi Nkere is a criminal and so whatever, what, how? People of Biafra, do you know that the case that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is facing today has to do with criminal charges? Do we know about that? That he is facing criminal charges. And I can tell you authoritatively that that case is going to enter their website with a case number against it and his name. So are you telling me that if you stumble on that on the internet, then it simply means that Mazi Ekpa is a criminal? Is that what that means? Is that what it means? Do you also know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing criminal charges bordering on terrorism? But Nigeria is not an organized country anyway, so they are not even going to post it anywhere like on the website where you can, browse and see whatever case number. Everything is still analog there. But if Nigeria were an advanced country, his name would have entered there. I'm telling you. So if you browse it, you will see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name and the case number against it, and you will see what they will write. But does it mean that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal? Of course not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a criminal, but they are leveling criminal charges against these gentlemen. That's how it works. Okay? But let us say that these charges are actually against them. All right? So what? If the charges are against them, and so what? Bloody what? Do we know that the current activities of some persons in this so-called struggle, in this very struggle, are more dangerous than the activities of criminals? Do we know what these people have done? Do we know how many people that have lost their lives as a result of the activities of somebody like Ngozi Orabueze? Do we know how many people that have lost their lives as a result of the evil activities of somebody like Remigius? Do we know how many people have lost their lives as a result of the evil activities of somebody like Adade Orama? Do we know how many people have lost their lives as a result of the nonsensical activities, current activities of somebody like Biafra Unite? Do we know? Yet they point at another person and call him a criminal. Where is your evidence? But we are seeing your current, very current criminal activities. Look at Vam going from one platform, Biafra platform, to another to canvas for people to come and be donating to them. What are they using that money for? And are they going to give us account of that money? Since December that Ngozi Orabueze took over whatever she called USB and the new mandate account and whatever fundraising they have been doing, has she given any account? Mamono, who told people to come and donate to the new mandate account, and if anything happens, they should hold her responsible. Has she given us account today? Is that not criminality? Current criminality, very current one, not even in the past. Why are people like this? You are the one committing evil and you are pointing accusing finger at another person. Show me a current thing that Mazi Nkere has done that can be described as criminality. They will tell you that he changed the document and removed PM's name. Who told you he removed anybody's PM's name? Anyway, we will talk about that on a separate video. But this is just a typical act of ignorance, because they don't know how these registrations work. Are you following? Do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a one Nigerian some time ago? He was a member of APGA. Do you know that Mazi Simon Ekpa was a one Nigerian some time ago? He was a member of PDP. Mazi Simon Ekpa campaigned for P2B in 2019. Mazi Simon Ekpa was the chairman of Igbo Union in Finland. And that time, if you dare bring anything Biafra, if he even sees Biafra flag around him, he will deal with you. So today, are we going to call him a criminal because of that? What we look at is what somebody is doing. So in order not to waste our time, I am going to show you something, because I went a step further to look at this thing they call cases. All right. And I have decided to take some of them and show us a few things. So some of these case numbers you see here, I am going to show us the cases that are behind them, because we can't go through all of them because there are very many. All right, there are many they listed there. Okay, now look at this page I am going to show you right now. Look at this page I'm going to bring up now. All right, can you see it? That is Maryland Judiciary Case Search. We are going to search some of these cases there. This is what people don't like doing, but we will do it in order to convince people who are still in doubt, you know, whether or not what they are hearing is true or not. Let's go in. There is nothing to be afraid of. Eh? At worst, if the worst comes to the worst that the person did wrong in the past, we can't see it in his life today. So let's start by reading. He says, I'm going to read this disclaimer. So this is the Maryland Judiciary case website where you can search for cases. You can use case numbers and search for cases and see just few information. Because I have asked these people, show me the verdict, and they cannot produce the verdict. And of course, they cannot post the verdict of a case online. It's against data protection policy. So I'm going to read this disclaimer. So the disclaimer says, in accordance with federal and state statutes and the rules governing the courts of the state of Maryland or court order, certain records may not be available for public inspection. Common examples of confidential records may include juvenile record case records, cases involving trade secrets, and records in any case ordered shielded by a judge. Confidential record and information will not be returned in your search results. The information displayed on this website is generated from computerized records in the custody and control of the Maryland judiciary and is intended for informational purposes only. The judiciary provides this information as a public service and makes no warranties. Makes no what? No warranties. That means they are not guaranteeing you that what you are seeing there is the perfect thing, because things might have changed. Okay, things might have changed, but they were not updated, because that what you see here is not the final verdict. It is not. Okay, so he says, so with this you can just know that what you are seeing here is just for information purposes only. It doesn't hold any serious legal strength or water. So either expressed or implied regarding its accuracy. So it doesn't give you any warranty, either expressed or implied, regarding its accuracy, reliability, or currency. Currency here is not about money, but the current status of the case. So they have expressly told you here that what you are going to see in these cases I'm going to open cannot guarantee that it is accurate. Look at it. It cannot guarantee its accuracy. So it may not be accurate. Some things might have changed which they didn't update, because this thing is just a computer generated report. All right. It continues, not currency only. It says it cannot guarantee the accuracy, reliability. So don't even depend on that. It's not even reliable. The currency, the completeness or suitability for any particular purpose. So what are we doing here? Show me the court verdict. That is what is authentic. And they are showing these things here, and they are calling them evidence of criminal charges. You will see the criminal charges, so we are going deeper. So just be patient and follow us along. Because like I said, we go deeper than what people do, so that we convince ourselves at the end of the day and stop being confused by what flies around on the social media. Now, they continue. They say, please note that this information is not intended to be used as an authoritative public record or as a legal document, and shall have no legal force or effect. Please, dear friends, can you read along with me? I hope I'm not reading something different from what is written here. I'm sorry, the writing here is very tiny, but you can enlarge it on your device and read along with me to convince yourself that I'm not reading something else. It says that it is not, the information here is not intended to be used as an authoritative public record or as a legal document, and shall have no legal force or effect. So they are just showing you records of allegations that were leveled against somebody, and that is all. Are you getting it? Now, it says, additionally, the judiciary assumes no liability for the improper or illegal use of information obtained from its computerized system. Remember that this is a computerized system. Okay? Somebody operates it from behind, and that's all. But certain updates are not made available because of data protection law. So it says, attempts to interfere with the operation of the judiciary's computerized system or to alter records in the judiciary's computerized systems is strictly prohibited and may result in criminal prosecution, civil penalties, or disciplinary action where appropriate. Where appropriate. In addition, the judiciary will seek indemnification, including costs and attorney's fee for any claims brought in connection with the improper or illegal use of information obtained from its computerized systems. So, Biafrans, did you hear that? So that tells you clearly that this thing we are going to see here, it does not even hold water in the first place. What matters is the verdict, which I have asked people often and on, show me verdict, show me the court ruling. It is there that I will now see, okay, yes, this is what the judge pronounced. And even when you show me verdict, do you know whether the person appealed the case at a higher court? Do you know what eventually happened with the case at the end of the day? You can't even tell, because cases don't end in one court. Sometimes I can go to court, and if the ruling of that court is not satisfactory to me, I appeal it to a higher court. You may know what the first court of instance passed as a judgment, but you may not know that I appealed it and maybe won. It happens. So when you talk about cases, case is very complex. So judicial cases, legal cases are very, very complex. So just seeing something like this and then you jump out on social media and begin to blab rubbish is not enough. If the person brings how the case ended and then uses it to sue you, you will go in for it. So people, I'm just trying to warn people that they should be very careful what they do with people's records and things that have to do with cases. So I'm going to start showing us some of these cases they say is a criminal case or whatever they call it. Okay, now look at this one. This is one of them. Let us go in. Let us go in and see. Can you see it, fellow Biafrans? Look at it. Case detail. So that you can satisfy yourself, okay? So that when they tell you things like this, you tell them that you have gone a step further than just seeing numbers that are read out here and there as case numbers, that you have seen certain things. And the information you see here, as we read earlier, is not even, there is no guarantee that it is authentic, because these are computer generated information at some point, and there are some updates that are not entered here. But let's just assume for a moment that that the information we see here, that they are all accurate. Now look at what we have. Number one, it says district court for civil. Look at it. It's a civil matter. This is a civil case. But they will come out and tell you that, hey, he's a criminal. He committed several criminal offenses. Like the video we saw where somebody was talking to Van Van Van. And he said that we would have known. If we had done background check, we would have known that he's a criminal. Show me where you have criminal here. This is a civil case. And what is the civil case about? It's about a contract. Now, what is the detail? There are no details. Nobody knows what happened to the contract. And can I tell you something? If you live abroad, Europe or America, their legal system is like this is where people go to settle cases. Not like the legal system of Nigeria that is meant for big rich people, where they go to buy cases. No, you don't do that. If you have a face-off with somebody and you are not able to come to a resolution, you go to court, and they don't see it as anything serious. You go there and settle it, iron out the matter, and the court pronounces what the situation should be, and you follow it, and that means that ends it. Tomorrow you see the person, you shake hands with him, or if you were business partners, you can even continue, because the court would have given you boundaries and what to do and what not to do going forward. So what is the big deal in going to court? It is only those of you who don't know what court is supposed to be that take court to be very serious. And look at it, the case has been closed though. It has been closed. So what is too big? What is the big deal about this? It was a contract. Nobody knows what happened in the contract case. Nobody knows. And let me tell you, if you are living abroad and you have not had a court case, don't think that it is because you are too smart. No, just thank God. Just be thanking God, because anything can create a very big problem for you. So somebody doing business as big as that of APM, he is liable to have court cases. That's why people have lawyers abroad. You keep lawyer. You always have a lawyer, because a case can come up anytime. You can even do business for somebody, supply him items, and you don't know that part of the things you supplied was not up to standard. The next thing you see is a court suit. Like that, you will be going to court to defend yourself, because they don't hear sorry. They don't know what it means to say sorry. What they know is that this thing is a legal contract and you have supplied something that is not what I ordered. So you must go to court. Do you know, let me ask you, do you know that Elon Musk is facing charges in Europe today? Elon Musk is facing a very serious charge in Europe today, and they are billing him millions of dollars as a fine. Elon Musk. So are you going to tell me that Elon Musk is now a criminal? If you see the amount they're asking him to pay, hundreds of millions of I think $350 million or thereabouts, if I'm not mistaken. And what is the problem? It's just data protection issue, that he's revealing people's data, and that's all. That is why Elon Musk is facing charges in Europe. He's in a very big, serious problem. But does it stop him from doing his business? No, he's still doing his business. So long as you are doing business in these developed countries, you are bound to be facing things like this, based on contract, based on supply, based on order. So what is the big deal there? Look at it. The plaintiff is a man called Ifasho Onyeka. That means he's even an Igbo man too, that sued Anyogo Isaiah. Are you getting it? And it's a civil case. And they say regular claim. There is a regular claim there. And they say the amount not applicable. You see, the amount is not even applicable, but they said it was $7,000. And they said it's about contract. And they said there is a dismissal. The case was dismissed upon stipulated terms, rule number 3506. So what is the big deal here, people? Tell me, show me there are no serious issues here, no good information, nothing. Okay. Judgment event type dismissed. It was the case was dismissed. So people, this is what we have to be doing. Dig deeper, find things for yourself. All these things you see here are just when the case was entered, when the case when there was a hearing. Like, look at this one, notice of hearing. Okay, those are the things you see here, entered here. Notice of hearing, notice of dismissal, and all that and all that. That is what you see here. And at the end of the day, the case was closed on November 2. This is November 2, 2nd November 2022. Chikena. So what do we say? What do we say, people? I mean, sometimes when I sit down, I begin to ask myself, is anything the matter with us? Is there anything the matter with us? I'm going to show us another one, so that you don't say that it's only that one. I will show us another one. Those things that people don't like doing, we do it here. Just be patient a bit with us. This is another one, another case number. Look at it. District Court for Province Judges County. Look at it here. What do you see? Civil. It's a civil case. Okay? It's a civil case. And what is the case type? Peace order. So somebody ordered something and maybe the thing wasn't in the right form. And so he sued somebody. And the case has been closed. It was closed in 2005. These are things that happened a long time ago. The other one, I think it was 2022. Okay? The other one was in 2022. Okay. Then you go down and there are no information again. What did you see here? Case closed. It's a civil matter. I'm going to show us another one. Also, you don't say that it's only this one. I will show us another one. Look at this one. Just give me some time. I will show us another one. Okay, this one, District Court for, what do you see here? Civil. It's a civil matter. All right? It's a civil matter, 2015, and the case has been closed. What is the problem with this case? It says regular claim. So somebody is claiming something, which we don't know. Okay? And here it says tenant, the only thing that looks like this thing is where they wrote tenant holding over. Judgment in favor of plaintiff entered, something like that. And the amount is $0. So what is there? So people, just show me, tell me what we are seeing here. Look at it. Nothing. I can't see anything they said was the problem. There are no damages, no stealing, no breaking into somebody's house, no duping of somebody, no armed robbery, no killing of somebody or whatever. Nothing. Look at it. Okay, and now the case is closed. The case is closed. So please, make una dey help me. Maybe I am not seeing very well or so. Huh? Are we there? Make I dey go now. Make I dey go. Make we dey see another one. Okay, Okay, so look at this other one. It says District Court for Baltimore traffic system. So this one was a traffic offense, and it was the state of Maryland that was suing him. And of course, you know that if you violate traffic rule, it is a law against the state. All right. So it is the state that will sue you if it requires suing you to court, or the state will give you the fine to pay if it requires that. Look, a friend of mine went somewhere to buy something from a shop, and so he parked his car, and that place, you can park your car for 15 minutes free of charge. All right, 15 minutes free of charge. So after 15 minutes, then you are supposed to buy parking ticket. So this friend, he was just going to buy one item, only one item. So he was very sure that he would just buy and quickly come out and drive off. He entered. But on getting to the cashier where he's supposed to pay, the lineup was very long. And he could not, you can't just beat the lineup, you must fall in line. He was in the line until before he could get to his time to pay, 15 minutes was over. So after paying, he quickly ran to the parking slot to drive off his car, and just at that very nick of getting to his car, that was when the vehicle inspectors were there putting paper on his car. He told them, wait, I'm just here, let me just enter, please, I just went to buy something. They said, it's over, we have put the paper already, go and pay. He had to pay a fine. he had to pay a fine. So what constitutes traffic law, traffic offense is not like what you have in Nigeria, where you can just see traffic lights telling you to stop and you drive, and when somebody talks, you say, "Who do you know who I am?" You don't do you know who I am abroad. Once you see red light, you stop. If you dare beat red light, look, I know of somebody, one lady, who she was driving and her mind wasn't right there. So she didn't know when she got to the traffic light changed to red and she passed. And the next thing you just heard was, kakam, the camera there is very smart. The thing captured her. That was how she lost her driving license. Oh, okay, they took some points here. They took some points out of the driving license. And she had to pay heavily. And it's a traffic offense and it is against you. They will record it as a case against you and leave it online. Do you know that in abroad, if you are doing driving training, because it's not what happens in Nigeria, where somebody will buy a car today and tomorrow he's driving. You must go through driving school. Oh. If you are in a driving school and you have not gotten your driving license and you go and drive, you go and drive a car when your teacher is not right there in the same car with you and they catch you, brother, forget it. Oh, forget it. In some countries, for the next 5 years, you won't drive again. They will cancel your driving school. Whatever money you have spent there, when you finish serving the 5 years, you will go and start afresh. So these are some of the things, and you think now these are things we take very common in Nigeria and say, hey, how can it just be that kind of heavy punishment for just merely driving? Did he kill somebody? Of course he didn't. If we go down here, you will see where they wrote something like okay, speed limit 0, record speed 0, location stopped. They even recorded the location he stopped, and they said probable indicator contributed to accident. No, he didn't contribute to any accident. Oh. He didn't cause any accident, but for whatever reason is best known to them. Do you know that if you are driving, if you drive abroad, there is a level of alcohol you cannot take? Okay, let me explain it even deeper. Like, if you just finished your driving school training and you do your driving test and you get your driving license, in some countries you have 2 years probationary period. Those 2 years, there are several restrictions given to you because they want to use the 2 years to make sure that you drive well. All right. Now, within those 2 years, if you dare drink alcohol and drive, and they stop you on the road because there is this sensor they will put in your mouth, this device, and they will tell you to blow, and you blow it, and they see even the slightest level of alcohol in your breath, you are gone. They will give you a kind of punishment that after serving it, you will be asking yourself, is this just for one bottle of beer that I took at the party? You don't do that within those 2 years. It is a criminal offense. They will record it criminal. And when somebody from Nigeria looks at it, they will say, hey, so this person is a criminal. It is just that you drank one bottle of beer and you drove. But do you know that after the 2 years of probation, you can still drink that amount of alcohol and drive, and nothing will happen to you? It will no longer be an offense. But what matters is that they will now check your level, the level of alcohol in your system while driving. There is a level it will get to, it becomes an offense. But if it is at below a certain level, that is after your probationary period, if the alcohol you drink is below a certain level, but you won't know now, you won't know how much will now constitute a problem. So if it's below a certain level, you can still go, and it is the same you, but the only difference is that you have finished serving your probation period, and it will no longer be an offense. Look, I have seen a lady. She is an American soldier. This woman is an American soldier living in another country, And in that country, we went to her house, and that lady was narrating a story to us because the guy I accompanied to her house does this moving. You know, if you want to move your items to from your house to a new house, he will move it to you. So this lady was narrating a story to us. She said that some days ago she went to a night party and drank. This is an American soldier. She went to a night party and drank, and she drank alcohol and was driving that night, and mistakenly, because of the influence of alcohol, she hit a pole by the roadside, and that was an accident. And police rounded her up. Police arrested a soldier, rounded her up, and collected her. This wasn't in the US. It was in another country, because you know US has US based many countries almost all over the world. So the police came and arrested her and took her driving license and towed her car. So she lost her car, she lost her driver's license, and she lost her right to drive for 5 years. It was a criminal offense. So if you now go to her record, you will see criminal offense. And then somebody who wants to use it to do propaganda against her will now jump out and begin to say that she is a criminal. How dare you say that? How dare you? You know, because people need to be educated. People need to be educated in order to know what constitutes a problem. So this is what I say to come and tell us, because they keep shouting this thing as if it is really so big. Look at it yourself and read. Now, let me even tell us the worst case scenario. In the worst case scenario, I mean worst, if the worst comes to the worst, that Mazi Nkere is a criminal, or that he has been found guilty of a criminal offense, and it was not appealed, it was recorded against him, and it is actually in his name and against him, and it is this Mazi Nkere we know, who is the current acting prime minister of Biafra Republic government in exile. Even if it happens that he is like that, we accept him like that. It is okay for us. It is okay because what we see him do today is not dangerous to us. It is not inimical. It is not criminal. He has not burgled anybody's house. He has not waylaid anybody with weapon. He has not played you ojoro. He has not duped you. He has not done Yahoo against you and collected your money. Has Nkere fought you before? Has Nkere attacked you in any way? Has he burgled your house before? Has he stolen your money before? So leave him for us. If you don't like him, you go. Go and leave him where he is. People say that monkey wawa bet him mama like and like that. Now so we like APM, Mazi Nkere. So even if he is a criminal, at least he is not a criminal in this Biafra struggle. He is doing the needful. He is doing the very needful. What the heck is this? People should learn to face their face as if they are Saint Obi. So what if we open your cupboard, are we not going to see a lot of big cockroaches there? Aronabunu, are you crazy that you cannot use your senses and add 1 to 2? Must we wash our dirty linens outside? Are we the only people existing on this planet Earth? Every time they will be talking about us, one person will point accusing finger at the other person, and the other person will point accusing finger at the other person. And most of these people shouting these things, they came through Mediterranean Sea, they came through Italy, and we know what happens what these people who go through Italy do. You think we don't know? They will sit in Aduro house and be typing rubbish on social media as if their own record is that plain. What the heck is your problem? So tell us today, where is the evidence you people are jumping up and down with. I don't even care whether I see a case here that is written criminal case. Even if the case is a criminal case and they say he was found guilty and they say he was imprisoned, I don't bloody care. Even if they say there is a jail term against him, pronounced against him, on this very record, which I have read, that the accuracy is not guaranteed. The accuracy of this, the record I see here, they wrote it themselves, that it is not guaranteed. Even if I see it kuro with my two eyes, that look, this case is a criminal case and he was sentenced to whatever number of years in prison, I don't bloody care. He remains the acting prime minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, and so be it. So it is. And you cannot remove him. What is the problem here? So show me your evidence. Where is the court ruling? Where is the court verdict? You are showing me this sketchy information here, which the people who own the website have told you that the information you see here is not guaranteed. People cannot read. They cannot read. They only see or hear what other people tell them, and they jump up and begin to shout, hey, Nkere is a criminal. Hey, Nkere is a criminal. Show me the criminal record. Even if, look, I have come to the point that even if Nkere was put in prison physically and they jailed him and he served jail term and he came out, as far as what he is doing now is right, I don't bloody care what happened in the past. I don't. Look, I have seen a young man. There was a young man in the United States who was in prison. He served 17 years in prison, in U.S. prison. One day, his case was just miraculously revisited, and it was discovered that he has been serving a jail term innocently. 17 good years, men and brethren. This man came out, and he was, it was found that he was not guilty. He was not guilty after all. That man participated in America's Got Talent, and if you see him singing, people were shedding tears. I don't really know the position he later won, but I think he went fine, that America's Got Talent. But this was the talent they wanted to waste in the prison. For 17 good years, he was there. He was compensated anyway, because this is a country that functions. It doesn't happen in Nigeria. A man was sued to court by the wife with several charges that were very, very glaringly right, should I say. Okay, so the court looked at all the evidence before, because sometimes when you look at these legal issues, let me even ask you, the judge that is judging cases, is he a spirit? Was he there when things were happening? He wasn't there. He only goes by what people tell him. The evidence, that's why they always say, by the evidence before me. So by the evidence before this judge, the man was guilty of maltreating the wife. And so they jailed the man. This man served a jail term for some years, I think 2 years or thereabouts. 2 years. And after some time, it happened that his case was revisited, and he came out, and the government of the state had to recompense him. Do you know that the moment they gave this man compensation of how much was that? I can't remember exactly whether it was $20 million or thereabouts. They gave him in compensation. The moment the wife, this is his wife, who wrecked his life and ran away. The woman ran away and went and was staying with her boyfriend elsewhere. The moment she heard that the husband had come out and the government had given him compensation of 20 million, she came back to the court to ask the court to give her some share. And the court looked at her in the face and said, if you don't leave this place this moment, you will enter that prison, because you leveled a wrong false allegation against this man. This is what happens in cases. Okay? So people should know how things happen. People should know how cases happen abroad. Sometimes they make mistakes. I am not standing in for anybody, but I'm just trying to show you what can happen in the life of person, and it becomes an unfortunate thing that the person cannot just help, and then it now looks like a dent on the person's record. Tell me currently what Mazi Nkere is doing that is inimical to us Biafrans, that is dangerous to us. Tell me, that is the one I am interested in. Whether he went to prison and served 20 years jail term is none of my business. I don't bloody care. I don't bloody care. Anybody can bag a criminal record abroad. It is very easy, because what constitutes criminality are too many. There are some you may not even know. Do you know that if you drive abroad without your driving license and you hit somebody and the person dies, is a criminal offense? Even if you drive with expired driving license that just expired yesterday, and you kill somebody, you jam somebody and kill the person, it is a criminal offense. You have committed murder. But if your driving license is still up to date and you jam somebody and kill somebody, it is the same you. It is called manhunt. It is not a criminal offense. So it is pronounced as criminal. It depends on what is called criminal. Do you know that if you are summoned to court and you fail to appear in the court, and there is no genuine, cogent reason why you didn't show up in the court, it is a criminal offense. It's called contempt of court. In some countries, it is a criminal offense. They can jail you for that. They can put you in prison. So if you now see that this is a criminal offense against this person, has he burgled your house before? Has he waylaid you with weapons before? Has he killed anybody before? People need to be educated. People need to learn. And not just when you see a record like this on the internet, you begin to jump up and down that this person is a criminal. Show me the criminality here. And I have even told you that even if you show me a court case here that says that he is a criminal, or he is or he was, and he was thrown into prison and he served jail, I don't bloody care. Monkey war betting mama like and like that. Now so we like our APM. Did you hear that? So that you don't continue to get yourself worked up and tired, trying to prove point that he is a criminal and that's why people should not go and donate. That is arrant nonsense. Arrant nonsense. We must continue to donate on the new website, because those of you criminals who call other people criminals, you went to the website and changed the website contrary to the instruction of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, who instructed Mazi Imam Abum to go and restore the website to the old structure. Mazi Imam Abum used his hand to write the memo and publish and said that Mazi Ekpa ordered them to go and restore the website to the old structure. But instead of them to restore the website to the old structure, they went and created another button. Now created two buttons: old account, new account. Those old and new accounts, who are managing them? Do we now have two finance ministers? Are you crazy? You are a criminal and you are calling another person criminal. Your own is not even in the past, it is in the present. You are stealing money from Biafrans in broad daylight. Now went and brought Rubin Nadi, who is a typical one Nigerianist, a member of Social Club of Nigeria, People's Club of Nigeria, current member, not in the past this time around. These are current criminals. Went and brought him to be a signatory to the new account. Went and brought Mamono, who had previously misled people into donating money into new mandate account, and brought her to become the signatory also to the new account. And you want intelligent people like us to go and donate money that will be managed by these two criminals? Look at criminals calling other people criminal. Now, ever since you started raising money with this new so-called new account, can you give us account? You cannot give us account. Vam, Biafra unite. Mazi Imamadu Abum, Mamono Owu, Ruby Nnadi, and the rest of you who are managing this account, who are collecting this money from Biafrans, you say you are now doing indoor fundraising. Let me bet you, let me just bet you today, will you give us an account? When are you going to give us an account of the money you are collecting? But you are chatting that Nkere should come and give account. Exactly the same thing Ngozi Rabufulani did. Meanwhile, Ngozi Rabufulani has not given us a single account since the activities of before the Finland Convention, where she collected money from Biafrans who contributed to attend the convention. She collected a lot of money. Before the convention, they paid into the new mandate account. She didn't bring out the money. She collected some money that people bought some items in Finland. She didn't give account. And up to today, she has been doing fundraising. She has not given account. And then she's ordering Nkere to come and give her account. Who is she? Who is she? Who is she to ask the finance minister to come and give her account? An appointee that was not even elected is now ordering somebody that was elected to come and give her account. The same thing these criminals, these new criminals that say they are CRC group are doing. Coup plotters, criminals like you. And you are coming to shout that Nkere is a criminal. Show us evidence. Nonsense. Is anything wrong with you people? Or you think everybody is gullible and docile like Nigerians? We are Biafrans. We are very intelligent people. We make analysis. We look at issues critically and bring the points, bring the facts behind them. We don't just swallow things hook, line, and sinker. People must be very stupid to think that we will just wake up and agree with somebody like Van Van Van. Look at Van Van Van, a very irresponsible person. Today he is white. Tomorrow he is black. Today he will tell you that Elias is a criminal. Tomorrow he will block Elias. The next day he will come and tell you that Elias is a good man. A very irresponsible and unreliable and unsteady person, wobbling like water. And you want me to follow such nonsensical human beings? How can I be in the same group with somebody like Adade Orama and Remigius, non-entities that don't know anything about integrity? And these are people that professors like Professor Shoma, Joy Irobi, and Dr. Koma are following. Are you not ashamed of yourself, these men and women? I don't even know how you people got your degrees. Are you normal at all? This is unheard of. Unheard of that touts like Remigius and Adade Orama are the ones controlling people like Shoma, Professor Shoma, Joy Irobi, and the rest of them, who claim to be educated and intelligent. Oh God, how are the mighty fallen? Unu bịakwa gwa m ọzọ na Mazi Nkere were criminal, nonsensical you. Show me the proof. Have I not shown something here? How many of you have taken the courage to show things like this and show us where we will see criminal? And I have told you that going by what they wrote on the first page of that web page, I can't trust anything inside, because they themselves told readers not to trust whatever is inside, because it doesn't have enough information. The case registered there might have been appealed. The case registered there might have been changed by one reason or the other. And I said that the worst case scenario, even if Mazi Nkere had been imprisoned for a criminal offense, I bloody don't care. He is our APM and he is doing the needful. And I am fully in support of him. That is me. I have proven it to us here. And if you are still in doubt, then continue to be in doubt. This is the fact right before you. Is a civil offense. The other one is a traffic offense. Even if it's a criminal offense, I don't trust it, because this website says don't trust what is inside. Don't trust it. There is no warranty to the authenticity, to the reliability, to the currency, and whatever the case, and genuineness of the case record. This is bloody nonsense. So, Biafrans, thank you very much for coming. And remember, that this coming Saturday, this coming Saturday, sorry, this coming Saturday will be our fundraising once again. And I urge you never, never, never to go to that old website and put your money. I am going to post the new website that our acting Prime Minister has created here for us. I will post it right now. Just give me some seconds. And on Saturday, we are going to be streaming it live, the fundraising live here. And I would like you to come here and log in. And if you are still in doubt how to make your payment from wherever you are all over the world, just chat us on the chat section, and we will show you where to put your money, and your money will be rightly used. Some of you who are current online, you must have seen the update that our government, the Biafra Republic government in exile, has entered into some agreements with US government, and they have clearly streamlined their conditions. Biafra gave her conditions, US gave her conditions, and they are looking into that. All right. So we are not joking here. Our APM is not joking. He's working very hard. That he's not a noisemaker doesn't mean that he's not working. So whatever you are telling me about him, if it is not about talking about what we are currently doing, then you are just making a mere noise. Are you getting it? I don't care whether you pronounce him a criminal or not. That is entirely your business. It has nothing to do with me. If you have your evidence, produce it. What I want to see is court judgment, not this shenanigan you people are showing us here thinking that we are primary six people. Even primary six people reason better than some of you. What the heck? So please, dear friends in the house, look at the links I have posted. These are the links where you can go and make your donations to support our liberation, to support our diplomatic moves, so that the APM will continue to produce results for us at the United States. All right, and all the needful will be done. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for listening. I can see you, Roslyn Osiri. Greetings. Thank you very much. Greetings too. I thank you very much for coming, and I urge you to keep coming around to get the real truth. Here we don't do saga. You can see how I have shown you right before your eyes the issues that these people have been glossing over, and nobody among them has had the nerves to go to this extent to show us the content, so we read ourselves. You can read it by yourself, and if you want me to show you how to go there and read it yourself, I will show you, so that you see things for yourself and stop believing these liars. Van 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 is a big time liar. The same with Biafra Unite. He's a big time liar. I used to respect him before, but he has lost his respect. He is a big time liar and propagandist. Not to talk of Remigius and Adeorama. Those ones are typical touts. Touts. If those people were in Nigeria, they would be what do you call it? They would be political thugs. You know, Remigius would have been a political thug if he were in Nigeria. Adeorama would have been these people that follow politicians and go from here. I don't want to say some certain things with my mouth. We know what they do with politicians in the night, and they go to hotel. They think we don't know those things. Adeorama would have been saying things like that. We would have been doing things like that, sorry. So that is it. So this is the thing they say is a criminal case. Look at it, is a traffic offense. It is a traffic offense. The other one is civil offense. Now, if you even show me a criminal offense, it was in the past. It was in the past. And we cannot see any criminality in our APM. I am still waiting for somebody that will come and show me the criminal record. Show me the verdict, the court verdict. Why I am just waiting is to see whether anybody can come on the comment section and prove me otherwise. Give me a link where I can get that criminal judgment, that judgment that says our APM is a criminal. And I have told you that even if you show me what he's doing now does not present him as a criminal. Because if he were a criminal, he can't be doing business freely in the US. Do you know the security system of these people? Do you know their intelligence system? You can't be doing business freely in the US. Why is it that Tinubu is afraid of going to US? It is because he has a criminal record there, and they know, US knows. So he's afraid. You can't be a criminal in the US and be freely parading about, doing business, employing people, going to political offices, and they listen to you. It's not possible. Okay? If anything happened in the past, it's in the past. Like all the ones I showed us here, the cases have been closed. It is closed and gone. So what is it that is currently making you to call him a criminal? My dear Sister Joyce, thank you very much for coming. And since none of these people are coming to debunk me or show me contrary reason, I would like to draw the curtain at this point in time. And I thank you once again for those of you who came around, both those who contributed and those who did not contribute. Thank you equally. Can you please hit the like button as you leave the room in a few seconds now, because I'm about to close. I have waited for the people who say they have evidence to come, and they are not coming. So I take it that now, if you keep silent, that means you have accepted the position of the other person. Otherwise, say something now and show me something otherwise. I will show you more proof. All right? So once again, thank you very much, and do have a nice day. Bye for now.